Many of life's important lessons come from practical experience. These are the lessons that stick with us, build character, help us discover our capabilities, and find purpose. This understanding lies at the heart of the educational philosophy shared by Round Square schools, helping them to realise the full potential of each and every student. The Round Square movement was formed in 1966 by a small group of school leaders who were inspired by the ideas and approaches of Kurt Hahn, a visionary educator and key figure in the development of learning through experience, or experiential learning. He believed that given the right opportunities and encouragement to go beyond our comfort zone, we will discover there is more in each of us than we know, that we can be more inquisitive, inventive, tenacious, courageous, and compassionate than we might think. Since those early days, the Round Square movement has grown into a global network, spanning 50 countries, with more than 200 schools. These schools show a commitment to character education through experiential learning in 6 areas, the Round Square ideals, which have been distilled and refined over decades of practice. By exploring the 6 ideals, students set off on a learning journey, which leads them to 12 discoveries of personal virtues and attributes, building the capabilities and confidence needed to make a positive difference in the world. Round Square schools are encouraged to interpret and apply this teaching and learning framework in ways most appropriate to their culture, style, and facilities. Schools help develop good practice around the 6 ideals by sharing and comparing their different approaches, with a common aim to build character and realise potential in their students. So, what does this look like in practice? Well, Round Square schools work together to create classroom projects, set challenges, host conferences, share good ideas, solve problems, swap students on exchange, and bring them together in international teams for community service work. They connect young people in virtual and physical spaces to learn from one another, to voice their opinions, explore similarities and differences, celebrate diversity, share their ideas, make friends in different cultural contexts, and develop character. In other words, Round Square schools work together to motivate and equip young people to understand and respond to some of the world's biggest challenges, to be positive contributors to society, and proactive guardians of our planet. To find out more, go to roundsquare.org.
Round Square has been such a huge part of my life in high school. It's taught me that I can be so much more than what I am. There's so many experiences out there and so many opportunities, you just have to grab them. And it's definitely taught me that I have to grab those opportunities when they come my way, because they might not come again. And yeah, I really appreciated everything that Round Square has done for me. It's made a huge difference in my life.
I think the Round Square education is different to the normal education because you start thinking differently. You start thinking about other countries and more international, and get to know other cultures with the exchanges, or even visit another country.
So one of the special things about being at Round Square School is being exposed to lots of different cultures and meeting people from all over the world.
I know a lot of people who went on exchange and they used to always come back so different, so confident, so happy. And they used to tell us about their amazing experiences, what all they did, and they used to just put pictures on Instagram and everything. So I used to be like, I want to go for exchange, I want to do that.
I think the opportunities presented to students are just incredible in that you can, study abroad and go on exchange and to really immerse yourself in a completely different culture and discover the differences by yourself.
You learn so much, you make so many new friends, meeting people from different cultures. Here in my boarding house, I've made friends with Italians, Spanish people, Argentinians, Mexicans, English, and just something that I would never be exposed to at home.
For me, it means the happiest 3 months of my life. It means like a dream come true, and it means like the friendships that I will never forget. Like the idea of just the word of Round Square just like takes me back to this moment.
For me, I've certainly found characteristics of myself that I didn't know I had, so I've definitely become a more compassionate person. I've definitely 100% become more appreciative.
Being in a Round Square school, you can experience different cultures, not only the country you go to for an exchange or a service project, but also get to know people who come from all over the world to your school and ask them about what's going on in their country and know their real country, not the rumors that you've heard, but their country and how they live.
For me personally, it just meant that life isn't always about going to school and learning academically, but there are different aspects in terms of service, leadership, helping the communities around you, and just exposing yourself to different cultures, not in ways of just reading about them, but rather interacting with the people there.
What I think I've gained most from being on exchange is confidence. I've had to come into a completely different environment, make new friends, and I think my leadership skills have improved too.
I think that Round Square has given me the thought that I can be a leader, and then the skills you gain from sort of meeting other people, that sensitivity and diplomacy are going to be really helpful.
I did a service project to Fiji in Year 10. It was for 2 weeks and it was with other schools around Australia, so I had Canberra, Alice Springs and kids from Perth. It was very enriching. It was quite an experience. We did a week in a remote village which was living with a host family, and it was completely different to anything I'd really ever experienced. And then doing a week on a remote island, we did an ocean cleanup. We lived with the families. We kind of really got into the culture.
Round Square has definitely helped me gain confidence, as through Round Square I've been able to learn how to form friendships, so it's not too difficult in university.
If you ask me now, I could give a speech in front of 100 people, I don't mind that because I'm enough confident to do that.
I think it allows me to experience different aspects of life, so not just focusing on academics, but more on the leadership aspect, adventure, service and so on, so it broadens my horizons more, yeah.
You know, the impact that these opportunities have on you, it's really empowering you to set you up for your life to come. So, yeah. And like fun. Round Square is so much fun. I wish I could do these things again, but I can't.
I encourage you all to participate enthusiastically in these events to develop into a wholesome and mature human being. Please ensure you manage your studies and participation, as neither is complete without the other. I hope you all participate with zeal to develop your ideals. Today I want to talk to you about Round Square. Round Square is an international organization with around 230 member schools around the globe. Our school is part of the South Asian and Gulf region. Round Square is based on 6 ideals, which all of us have heard about. They are internationalism, democracy, environment, adventure, leadership, and service. These are all skills a student must learn in their school life, which Round Square tries to ensure. I encourage you all to actively take part in Round Square conferences and postcard calls. It is not only important to learn how to speak, but it is far more important to learn how to listen. And that is what you learn in these conferences. You listen to other views and then form your own opinion, taking many things into consideration. It is an opportunity that our school so graciously provides us, and it is up to us to grab
it. We were looking for ways to give our students opportunities to push themselves beyond their comfort zone, to experience different cultures. Our students can go on exchanges to other Round Square schools around the world. They can volunteer for the annual Round Square conference, but they can also go for an international service project.
Elsa is going to present about her project in Nicaragua. Elsa.
Yeah, so I will be talking about my volunteering projects, and I am going to go to Nicaragua. We'll be going to a community called El Castillo, and the problem with the community is that they don't really have any roads. So basically it all looks like this, muddy paths and places. especially when they have to get to the bigger towns, so it's really hard to get to other towns. So what we're going to be doing is building walkways and bridges. I'm really excited to go on this trip. I've been lucky enough to travel a lot myself and seen many people less fortunate, and I think that's why I've always wanted to go on a trip like this. It's going to be warm in Nicaragua, so I don't need a lot of clothes. So I'm packing toys for the local children, and hopefully we'll have some time to play with them when we get some time off. The community is quite far away. We have to travel 5 hours by car to get to the river, where we have to travel 3 hours by boat to get to the community. You can see right away how El Castillo got its name. The Spanish built a castle here to defend against pirates. We weren't expecting to arrive in the middle of a festival, but we have. It's in celebration of the Virgin Mary. I've never seen anything like it before. It's obvious that day-to-day life here isn't as easy as we have it at home, but people are still very welcoming. And even though I don't speak Spanish, we are finding ways to interact.
We're going to, where you see the levels here, that's where we're actually going to build the bridge. Round Square for me as a teacher means that I have access to an excellent network of schools, but then also I have the opportunity to lead students from those schools on a variety of different projects all over the world.
There are 12 of us on this trip from all over and 3 teachers. Right now, if people need to cross the river here, they really struggle because the mud is so deep. Even the kids have to go through it to get to school. Hopefully this new bridge is going to make things easier for them.
Hi guys, I'm Sraditya Samir. I have traveled from Assam in India to be here for the Round Square International Conference in Jordan. There are 500 of us in total from all over the world. During these few days, we are working to support local communities, helping out on projects like this one to paint these families' home. It felt good to be useful to them, and they were so friendly towards us.
You're expected to have people over, even the people you don't have good relationships with.
It was interesting to hear one of the speakers talk about how she felt hospitality was a key ingredient to peace. I'm not sure if I ever thought of it like that.
I thought because we come into a war zone, people are all keeping to themselves, like trying to survive. And when you come in, everyone is trying to help you. It's just so amazing.
I felt a little afraid about coming this week, partly because I'm the only one here from my school. And also because this region of the world is so famous right now for all the wrong reasons. So yeah, it's great to have the chance to come here and see there is so much more than that. There is hospitality, there is friendship, there is history, and there is culture. Whoa. We've had the chance to meet some fascinating people and to visit the most incredible places.
To me, Round Square is one of the biggest ways to break the barriers between countries.
Is about being part of a large
conference. I've had a really amazing time meeting people from all over the world.
Lots of people in our bars are just
to me, it's actually to learn more about yourself.
We have member schools in 40 countries on 5 continents, and they're on board because they want to be connected to other like-minded schools. They also know that Round Square improves a school by inspiring students to make a positive difference to their own lives, but also the lives of others, both now and in the future. And we do this through 6 ideals of learning: internationalism, democracy, environmentalism, adventure, leadership and service.
We are Round Square!
Good greetings to everyone. RKK is a Round Square school in true sense. All the 6 pillars or 6 themes or 6 ideals of Round Square are infused profoundly into the ethos and curriculum of RKK for students right from the micro level. बच्चों, आप तो जानते ही होंगे, अगर नहीं तो मैं एक बार फिर से आपको बता देती हूँ. Round Square is an international organization of 230 schools from 50 countries of 5 regions of the world: Africa, America, Australia and East Asia, Europe and the Mediterranean, South Asia and the Gulf. India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Jordan, Singapore, Armenia and UAE fall into the South Asia and Gulf region. There are 62 schools in South Asia and Gulf region, out of which 48 schools are from India. तो इसका मतलब है हमारा RKK टॉप एलीट 48 स्कूल्स ऑफ इंडिया में से एक है और जोधपुर में तो सिर्फ हम एक ही हैं। है ना मज़े की बात? तो बस खुश हो जाओ, हम सबसे अलग हैं। हम भारत के लाखों स्कूलों में से एक हैं जो वर्ल्ड क्लास स्कूल्स के साथ shares a commitment to character education and experiential learning. Now the ball lies in your court. Don't underestimate yourself. The founder of Round Square, Kurt Han, rightly said, "There is more in us than we know." So this is the perfect time to extract the more in you. Polish your skills, your talent, and your potential. Make the ideals and discovery framework of Round Square a recipe for your learning journey. Children, you are the scholars of the school that stands proud and bright and shimmers in red and white. You are getting everything at your doorstep: experience, exposure, tools, resources, new thinking and new skills. You just have to come to your doorstep to grab these learning opportunities. Do you know, best things come in life by coming out of the confines of your comfort zones and not by watching from sidelines. You don't have to wear a backpack and hiking boots to experience adventure. You don't have to be a doctor for saving lives. With the spirit of Round Square ideals, you can be the future of the world. Your time starts now. Be the change maker, be the transformer, and be the leader. Avail the big time opportunities offered by RKK in association with Round Square. Nowhere else to be found in Jodhpur.